listen to Badu. She got my third eye on fleek, so I keep a third eye on you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, misery bots of all ages, back again with another video. This time, I want to talk about Peacemaker. Yes, the new character is out. Peacemaker, played by John Cena, is in Mortal Kombat 1. And before I get into this video, definitely check out the Adrian Rockstar SoundCloud in the descriptions below, especially if you was feeling that intro goodness. Let's get back into the video though. Peacemaker came out. I only played with him for like an hour. I haven't had much time to play with him. But in this hour that I played with him, it is easy and clear to see that this guy has what it takes. This guy has what it takes because, man, he has everything you basically need from a fighter. Like really good advancing moves. He even has like a 13 frame mid that can be comboed and hit confirmed. He has more than one launcher. He has meterless launchers. He has restands. He has ways to get in on you. He has ways to zone you. He has ways to deal with your cameos. The dude has everything you're going to need in any sort of fight. Like he has the tools you're going to need for basically any situation. He's really good. Like I have to admit, I don't think I'm gonna main him because he just doesn't fit the playstyle that I particularly like, which is a more footsies base. He seems to be either zoning or in your face type situation. Where I like to play more of a neutral type of game. He can play neutral because of his advancing normals and all that, but I don't know. He's not for me in particular, but he's I can see him being like top tier, top tier, like maybe top 10. I won't say top 5. Like I don't think he's that good for the simple fact and I'll get into that later on in the videos, but first I want to touch on like the things that are good about him. But I think I would say he's going to be a top 10 character in this game because he has everything you need from like his projectiles, which yes, they are high, so you can just neutral duck them. But he has Eagly, which is a mid, so you have to deal with Eagly. Granted, if you can make the read, you can jump over Eagly. But depending on which Eagly he uses, he may not be all that easy to punish. Yes, he has one move where he like jumps forward, and that's really punishable. But then he has another move where he just kind of hops backwards, and Eagly comes out so fast. Comes out so fast. Not only that, he has mix-ups. He has mix-ups with Eagly. So he has a move where it's like 1, 2, and then grab. And you have to like neutral duck that last move. But the thing is, he can switch it up and call out Eagly. So if you neutral dunk, then you're gonna get caught with Eagly. And that can result in a meterless launcher because he can then if he's fast enough, he can then combo from that. Especially if you're in the corner. My God, his corner damage is it might be second to none, honestly speaking. And it's a lot of damage with not a lot of effort. Like it's his damage is really crazy, and that's also what makes him really good because it's not hard. It's not hard to get damage with this character, and you can do 35, damn near 40% damage in combos without a cameo. That's the crazy thing. Like you don't even need the cameo. You pair him up with somebody like Goro. Oh my god. Oh my, those corner damages is crazy. But yeah, let me get back to some of his other move sets. He has things to deal with like zoning and stuff like that. He has moves to get in on you with, moves that can be punishable, and that's one of his downsides. And I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But he has moves to get in on you. He has like moves to zone, even like his normal, like his crouching four and stuff like that. His low shots with his Desert Eagle, or whatever. The range on those are really good. And if I'm not mistaken, they don't have any hurt box, so it's like a safe long distance normal for him. Even though he's pulling out his gun and he's shooting it towards like your kneecaps and stuff like that, the range on those is pretty insane. pretty insane. And again, has his torpedo, which is a really fast move. He can use it as a nice combo ender, especially when he hits you with something and you're a little bit too far away for him to actually combo into. He can always like hit you with the torpedo for a good chunk of damage. Torpedo's also a good way to close the distance. Think of it as like Sub Zero Slide. Now, it's not as good as Sub Zero Slide because it's more of a mid instead of a low, but it's really fast. It is really fast. So if you're not really paying attention to it, and depending on the distance, you will get clipped with it, with them just throwing it out in neutral from time to time. Wouldn't recommend them doing that because it's extremely punishable, but you will get hit with that from time to time. The teleportation thing that he does where he goes up in the air, yes, that's pretty reactable. But again, he can like cancel it out and stuff like that. uh, he has everything. Like I said, he has meterless launchers. The sonic boom, especially in the corner, launches you meterlessly. Mid screen it launches meterless, but you can sort of micro dash into like a combo depending on like the trajectory and stuff like that they've been bounced up. But a lot of the times you're probably just gonna have to end that with like a torpedo or something like that. His guns, once you enhance his Desert Eagle, it will restand, which can create like a crazy loop because then you can go into like his 1-2 grab, which will also restand you, and then he's just in your face with like insane plus frames. And in fact, depending on the cameo he has, he can actually then launch you from that restand. So he can like restand you twice and then launch you, and it's all going to be his turn. It's crazy. Like he has a lot. He does have a lot. I'll admit he's definitely somebody that I can see being up there in the tier list. I can see him in the right hands being a absolute menace, if it wasn't for some of his flaws. Now, this is where we get into the part with John Cena's flaws. But before I do that, let me get to his corner combos. Like his Sonic Boom in the corner, meterless launches, and he can combo from it. His Desert Eagle enhance restands, but you're sort of restands, but it crumbles you. It crumbles you. Restands crumbles you, but he recovers fast enough to get a combo off of that. He throws out eagerly in the corner. He can combo off of that. Like basically all his special moves in the corner and just some of his regular combos, like his 2-2 into grab, that he restands you, and with the right cameo he can combo from that. He has a really good mid with his forward 4-1, which is 19 frames, but it's a really long distance advancing mid because the first one is like a long reaching kick, and then the second move is like a rushing shoulder. But he can combo from that, and it's extremely easily hit confirm and stuff like that, and you can whiff punish with that particular move too. So yes, and then in the corner, like I said, I'm able to get like 35 meterless. Not let me not say meterless because I do have to enhance the gunshots, but I can get like 35 damage with 1 bar, no cameos. If I use 2 bars and a cameos, yeah, I'm looking at a lot of damage. But let's get into the downsides. And I mean, the biggest issue, the biggest flaw, and the only real flaw I'm seeing with this character is that he is very punishable. Most, if not almost everything he does is really punishable, with the exception of when he throws out eagerly and he jumps backwards. That one seems to be relatively safe, depending on the character. If it's somebody that has like a fast move, maybe like a Sub Zero, or with a fast slide or something like that, you can maybe punish them for that. But for the most part, everything else, that move is relatively safe. Everything else he does is punishable. When he teleports and comes down with the elbow, if they up block it, completely punishable. If he does the sonic boom from too close, completely punishable. If he does his torpedo, completely punishable. If he does the Desert Eagle shot, that's all completely punishable. Uh, even some of his strings, like if they end, he's giving up his turn. So they did a good job of balancing him in the sense that they gave him everything you're going to need with this character, but there's a risk reward because if it gets blocked or if it gets whiffed, you're going to get blown up for it. So all in all, I want to say NetherRealm actually did a pretty solid job with Peacemaker. I'm happy about it. He's not a character I really care about. He's not a character I think I'm gonna pick up. But hey, I'm not mad that he's in the game. I'm gonna be real. Like before, I thought it was a dumb idea to put him in the game. I was like, why would you put a character like this in the game? It's just a waste of space. You feel me? But I have to admit, like now, I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad. I'm actually kind of happy he's in the game because it it gives me hope for what they're going to do for Takeda Takahashi, the character I want to main when they release. I think if they can do Peacemaker this good, I hope they hold my boy Takeda down. You feel me? So with that being said, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the Adrian Rockstar SoundCloud in the descriptions below. And remember, your life is a fantasy.
Peacemaker. Boys in the hood with big dreams of being superstars. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, but you gotta work super hard.